Hello and welcome back to Battleground Karnataka. As promised, we're in the heart of Karnataka. This is north central Karnataka and we've been traveling around this area. We are right in the center of this area called Hubli. And look at this beautiful cotton ginning unit. GM cotton. That's a GM kurta that Dorab is wearing. That's a GM outfit that Maya's wearing. Only mine is not GM. I check. That's the difference. But what an area this is. This part of Karnataka has created and produced a whole lot of political leaders as well as great artists. Think of the names that have come from this area. Gangubai Hangal. I'm talking about, say, a 100-mile radius of Hubli. Bhimsen Joshi, Kumar Gandharv, and Mallika Arjun Mansoor. Great, great talents. And what about the political leaders from this area again? The kingmaker or the king of this election, Yeddyurappa. The chief minister, Mr. Jagdish Shettar, and the BJP leader, Ishwarappa, all from this area, and many more leaders from the past. So this is the heart of politics and of culture of Karnataka. But you've got to drive miles in and visit this area. And you do see these beautiful scenes. This, Maya, tell us a bit about this ginning. This cotton, the new GM crop, has saved the farmers' lives. Their incomes have gone up 10 times.
Lots of debate over GM cotton, Prannoy. I won't get into that now.
Right.
But yes, the black cotton soil of this area, one of India's largest regions producing cotton. It's beautiful and it's just a fabulous sight watching what's going on here.
A lot of skill and talent involved. We're also joined with us here, thank you very much, Mr. Basaraj Horati, a senior leader of the JDS. Yeah. We're also with us, as I mentioned, if not the king of this election, the kingmaker of this election, Mr. Yeddyurappa. He has created such a stir in this election, but we'll be coming to that. We're also very lucky to have with us Mr. Veerappa Moily. He's a union minister, as we all know, a very senior Congress leader. And the buzz is Mr. Veerappa Moily could be the next chief minister of Karnataka. And we'll tell you why in a moment from now. We'll also be joined later in the show by the chief minister, Mr. Jagdish Shettar, and the great JDS leader, the son of the former prime minister, Mr. Devagowda, the Kumaraswamy, very articulate, very clear, and a huge base amongst the masses of the southern belt, far away from here, the Vokaliga belt. Now let me just start off, Dora, by talking about the buzz of this election. You're going to tell us what is right and what is wrong, but the buzz of this election, all across Karnataka, when we travel, what do we hear? That this election is either going to be won by the Congress based on a divided vote of the BJP. They have to get 112 seats to form it on their own. If they don't get that, the buzz is this is an election about Congress plus Yeddyurappa or BJP plus JDS. Now at the moment everybody says no way, we're all going to form each one of those four claims they're going to form a majority, but the person on the street is expecting either a Congress victory or these two combinations.
Yes, absolutely, because nobody wants to concede defeat. Even Mr. Yeddyurappa is confident that he'll get more than 115 seats. Now, only one party can get more than 115 seats, not all four. So I think it's good, but there are so many combinations that it will be very interesting until the last moment to see who really makes it or nobody makes it.
Let's bring in Mr. Yeddyurappa here. Sir, thank you very much for being with us. You are likely to be either the king or a kingmaker. That's the buzz on the street. In case you don't get a majority on your own, you have the alternative of going back to the BJP or going to the Congress or even the unimaginable talking to the JDS. What are your feelings about these? Any of them you will never approach? Any of these other as allies or support will you never approach?
I have never approached any other political parties. I have toured the entire state from last 2 months. I have convinced the Karnataka Janata Paksha will emerge as single largest party in Karnataka in these assembly elections.
Well, if you are the largest single party, Mr. Yeddyurappa, as you said, who will you tie up with is the question that Prannoy asked you. that if you are the largest single party, who will you tie up with? If you don't have a majority.
Let us wait up to 8th. We will take appropriate decision at the appropriate time after the election result has come out.
So, Mr. Yeddyurappa, I
wait
wanted to
up to
ask
8.
you. I just
Yes.
wanted to ask you about the state of the BJP. Can you tell us what is the condition of the BJP today without Mr. Yeddyurappa?
Minus Yeddyurappa, BJP has become very, very poor. They are going to give poor performance. They are not going to win even 35 to 40 seats. That is my assessment. Wherever I go, I am getting very good response from the people of Karnataka. Even all India leaders from BJP, they couldn't able to get a large number of people support in the public meetings.
Right. If I can bring in Mr. Moily here. Sir, many people say that really the Congress is going to win not because of its own achievements, but because of a divided BJP. So if the Congress does win, then you've got a divided Congress also. You've got two great leaders, local here, Mr. Siddaramaiah and Mr. Parameswaran. If either of them is made Chief Minister, the other one will sulk or do worse. So many are saying the real next hot tip for the Chief Ministership is Mr. Moily. Will you ever accept being Chief Minister of Karnataka?
Mr. Pranav, my limited mandate is to bring back Congress here. That is second part. The first part is the people of Karnataka want a party with a clear mandate so that they can provide a stable government. This is the need of the hour in Karnataka. I think I have been here 20 days around. I said after coming back to Karnataka, I said I will get back to Delhi only after installing the Congress government. So I am repeating, my limited agenda is only this, and my agenda is not to become Chief Minister.
Sir, may not be your agenda, but if the High Command asks you, will you say no, please spare me, or you'll reluctantly accept?
No, that's not a question. As on today, my mind is not wandering about with that kind of an aspiration. Because, my aspirations have been fulfilled. I was Chief Minister here. My aspirations have been fulfilled because I have become the Union Minister. What else we require? I have been in service of the state for more than 35 years in various capacities. But what state requires is a very clean government, stable government, and I think any vulnerability for less than a clear majority will throw open a lot of questions, because the experience, particularly after 2004, with regard to the coalition, has been quietly agonizing. It was a nightmare experience. I don't think people of Karnataka deserves that.
Okay, Maya, you followed each one of these personalities so closely. First, tell us a bit about Mr. Yeddyurappa. The impact he's had on this election. Everywhere we go, of course, this is Lingayat area. He is what everybody's talking about. And we actually went to one of his speeches, huge gathering, very enthusiastic. I've never seen such an enthusiastic crowd. Of course, again, Lingayat area. How big is his impact in this election?
Well, I was there at the launch of his party in Haveri, not so far from here in North Karnataka. A huge impact there as well. And really, any discussion on the Karnataka election involves Yeddyurappa. Nobody's expecting, maybe apart from Mr. Yeddyurappa himself, nobody's expecting his party to get a majority to form the government. But his numbers may be crucial, and he is seen as perhaps dividing that Lingayat vote, which is so crucial for the BJP. So if he manages to do that, it will have a bad effect on the BJP.
Right. Mr. Horati, you're being very silent, because how important in the post-election scenario, the JDS, last time you went with the BJP, are you going to go with them again?
No, I was listening you. The things is different. I have traveled the entire state.
Right.
See, I wonder, the fight between Congress and JDS, no BJP, no Yeddyurappa, fight between Congress and JDS. See, in northern Karnataka, last time what happened, we have not given the chance to the BJP. So people are a little sympathy about the BJP. Now 5 years what they ruled, BJP, there's so many scandals, so many, including Yeddyurappa. When Yeddyurappa was the chief minister, from that day till today, BJP is doing all corruption and all these things. So people are fed up with the BJP. The KJP and BJP, they are two faces of the one coin. So what is the difference between BJP and KJP? Tell me. So people now, when Mr. Kumaraswamy ruled 20 months in BJP and JDS coalition government, I was education minister that time.
Yes.
I know everything about the BJP, what they played. What Mr. Devegowda, when the 20 months over, that he suggested us not to give the power to the BJP because they will be completely, they will smash the state. So now people are telling what Mr. Devegowda told that day on 2008-7. That is true. They proved it. So question is that no question of BJP and KJP. Fight between Congress and JDS. People are
So would you ever go with the Congress?
no. See,
No chance.
No chance.
Okay, let us just do
no,
one
1
thing.
minute. 1 minute. I'll clarify it.
Very quickly.
No question of BJP also.
So no question BJP,
Yeah.
no question.
Yes.
How about Mr. Yeddyurappa and JDS?
No. Now,
No question anybody.
no. As on today, our stand is clear.
Yeah.
We are troubling for clear majority.
Yeah. We are going to be talking to actually Mr. Kumaraswamy after this.
Yeah.
But as you were just giving us the history, Dora, why don't you quickly go through the last
8 or 9
the
years.
history, 8 or 9
Yeah.
years of Karnataka politics,
Yeah.
because it's a fascinating story.
Correct, that's right.
In the last 5 years, 3 chief ministers. But go
Yeah.
back a little bit and just give us a quick history.
Yeah, if you start in 2004 when the elections took place, that's when there were no majority. So the Congress tied up with the JDS.
Right.
But a couple of years later, Mr. Kumaraswamy left the coalition, though Mr. Devegowda said he disapproved of it. But anyway, Mr. Kumaraswamy left and joined with the BJP, where he became the chief minister under an agreement for 50-50% sharing of the chief minister job. So when time came in October 2007 for Mr. Kumaraswamy to leave and give job to Mr. Yeddyurappa, he was somewhat reluctant. The government fell, Mr. Yeddyurappa came in for a short time, and then he went into the election after brief president's rule as a man who was injured.
President
That,
also, he had a sympathy behind it.
behind him. And also, the Lingayats really came behind him. But still, of course, he got only 110 seats, while the majority 112.
Well.
So first he got the independents around him, and then
30.
the fame,
30.
Right.
Not 12.
Okay.
then the famous Operation Kamla was carried out to ensure that he had a fairly clear majority. But of course, then came his problem with Justice Hegde's report. So he had to go. In came Mr. Sadanand Gowda, whom he recommended, a Vokaliga.
Right.
But Mr. Sadanand Gowda became independent, so he had to go. And in the last year or so, 18 months or so, the chief minister has been Mr. Jagdish Chattar, another Lingayat. See, BJP has over the years cornered the
Always been a
Lingayats. They
Lingayat.
didn't want to let them go.
So then Mr. Yeddyurappa leave the BJP, and we are in
forms
this
the
current
KJP.
election. He forms the KJP.
He joins the
So
KJP.
that's the
and
potted
for-
history. It is an amazing Maya. 3 chief ministers in 5 years. It's a nightmare for any party. For the BJP, that's a nightmare.
An absolute nightmare. And what is really ironic is that Sadanand Gowda was Yeddyurappa's choice. He insisted on Sadanand Gowda. He was unhappy with him after a few months. He insisted again on Jagdish Shettar. Then he became unhappy with him as well. So Yeddyurappa was still calling the shots when it came to chief ministerial candidates. Not that he was happy with them once they were there.
Mr. Yeddyurappa, I have to ask you once again on these factors, because everybody wants to know what's in your mind. If the Congress comes to you and say, please support us, will you say yes or no?
Question of supporting Congress does not arise. I am going to get absolute majority. I am going to form the government. Even if as a single largest party, I will take my appropriate decision at the time of after elections.